if you're akin to manifesting from the quantum field, yeah, there is no time. When you're manifesting from potential, there's infinite availability in this lifetime, parallel lifetimes, future, past, who knows even. Yet there are still rules of duality. We still have 24 hours per day. Our natural hormonal intelligence lets us know when it's time to sleep. So there's an element of resting and digestion that is embedded in the energy of Rohini. And we're going to talk about rest and digestion right now. So, pleasure-based embodiment practices. Ooh la la, I am so excited for this part. So, do you have a pleasure-based embodiment practice? I would love to know. I know a few of you in person in this group, so I can guess what your practices might be, but feel free to let me know what they are. And of course, I'm not talking about just self-pleasure or pleasure with a lover through sex. I'm talking about slowing things down to digest time and to digest experience and to just digest being alive and how much wealth there is in just simply being alive and not doing. Pleasure-based embodiment practices. I want to put a disclaimer on this because some may be listening to this and thinking, ooh, my relationship to pleasure, I have stuff come up. There's some shame or guilt or judgment about me having pleasure or thinking about pleasure or experiencing pleasure safely. And I want to honor that experience in you and validate you for knowing that about yourself, and that there's an invitation to heal and transform that. We're not going to go into that realm so deeply this weekend. However, it's something that will inevitably show itself during quantum abundance, as we have a container of amazing ladies that are going into the subconscious mind, opening different chakras and energy lines throughout the body, and all sorts of things get stimulated from that fertile soil, the subconscious mind. Surprises can come out of left field. Some of us could have blissful orgasmic experiences in hypnosis. I've seen it happen. And some of us could have a lot of release. But it is primed for transformation. This container, my 6-week program, Quantum Abundance, that starts next. You guessed it, Friday, Lakshmi Day, of course. So, receiving money is through the feminine energetics mastery lens, is all about receiving it through pleasure and feeling pleasure. So how can we feel more pleasure in our lives to attract and magnetize wealth into our lives? And pleasure-based embodiment practices, such as waking up in the morning, having a delightful hot tea or hot coffee, hopefully after you had some sort of water to hydrate first, and just enjoying the smell, enjoying the taste, enjoying how your body is experiencing that pause in time. Maybe pleasure through embodied practices, intentionally going on walks at certain times throughout your day, literally stopping to smell the tulips or the roses, stopping to inhale the abundance of nature. Even if you just have a small, area of grass that you can go to, and exhaling gratitude for being alive here on the planet, for being alive in your body, for taking a pause, for taking a moment to recognize pleasure of simply being alive. That was super pleasurable. I put lemon electrolytes in my drinks now, and it just makes hydrating so much more delicious. Taking a hot shower, getting a massage, these moments of opening our body intentionally, and actually perhaps enjoying sex or pleasure with our partner or by ourselves. There's a lot to slowly enjoy. Or if you're someone who can enjoy high sensation and a lot immediately, you can practice with that too. But I sincerely want you to contemplate that the pleasure of not doing and the pleasure of simply resting is highly underrated. We live in a testosterone-based universe, most of us at least, and it goes like this. You wake up, you start your day, you go for lunch, then you have lunch, and afterwards you still work, and then you eat dinner, and then you go to sleep. And feminine hormonal energetics sort of goes like this, spirals. And within that spiral of the day, there's little things that happen. And of course, within the whole week and within the month, stuff can be going in all different ways, depending on where we're at in our cycle and where we're at in our body. So the pleasure of rest is highly, highly underrated, especially for women. Many of us go through life ignoring our signals of our body, saying that, oh, it's time to rest. Whoa, I need to take a break. Oh my goodness. And I don't have the time. I have to finish this work thing. What would they think of me? How would I think of myself? I'd feel horrible if I took a few minutes off, or if I went on that walk. Oh, I can't do that. Fill in the blank. So focusing on rest as a part of your pleasure-based embodiment practice. So even if this area of sexuality and sensuality isn't jiving with you right now, you can still tap into pleasure, being in your body, enjoying moments, and particularly enjoying rest. I recommend making your bed as cozy as possible. So feeling bundled and super at ease, maybe even using essential oils, having lighting, playing with lighting in different ways. I have a salt lamp, for instance, that I really enjoy at night. And thinking of rest as something not something you get to do, but something that you experience fully. And feeling the pleasure of simply resting. This is also how I think of hypnosis, as going into the hypnotic state is going into deep relaxation. It's going into rest so we can digest energies that have been going on throughout the day or throughout the week, energies that we haven't digested through our lives or even past lives. It's something you do to receive hypnosis. I like to think of it as, I get to enjoy receiving hypnosis. I don't get to do it because I'm getting something. No, I'm doing it because I get to just receive. There's a fine line between doing something to get it and relaxing into something to receive it. Insights, healing, rejuvenation, restoration, all this can happen in hypnosis. If you've ever enjoyed guided hypnosis or have been hypnotized, one of the favorite things I love and love to experience is being held in a big cloud. It always feels so dang good. That rest and that pleasure of being held and supported in our body and in our emotions, our soul energy is truly deeply restorative. So think of your restorative practices, whether it's hypnosis or yin yoga or shavasana, gentle exercise, relaxation, whatever you like to do. Think of it as, how can I savor this? How can I incorporate more pleasure? And even if it feels like I kind of have to like act like I'm enjoying this, try it out. Because the first step to manifestation is being, and being the person who can stimulate her pleasure field first of all is the beginning of having what it is you're desiring to manifest in your life, whether it's more money, more business, more clients, more love. And it's truly a hidden art, okay? It's a hidden feminine art. The art of pleasure, the art of not doing, the art of enjoying. So again, don't overcomplicate it. Find one practice that you can intentionally enjoy pleasure. And this is especially helpful if you struggle with feeling unworthy. If you struggle with feeling unworthy in receiving wealth or receiving pleasure, or if you feel bad or guilty or selfish for wanting the desires or wanting the money or wealth that you'd like to have, start practicing these pleasure-focused type of embodiments that you can create in your life. And don't rush it either. Be intentional with it. The skipped part of this process of opening your pleasure faculties and expanding your container to have more experiences of feeling good in your body, we can feel, really excited and grateful to have these types of experiences. And, slowing down, it just, often gratitude gets us to slow down of, okay, I'm just going to have gratitude for this experience right now. That's a great pivot into this practice. But don't forget to take a few moments to experience pleasure in your body. Even if that just means breathing it in and touching your heart, even touching your lower dantian or your womb space, your kind of solar sacral plexus area. And how good does that feel to just touch yourself and say, oh, I just experienced some pleasure there. Ooh, nice. Okay, more of that. More of that. The place of pleasure is the place of receiving. And the place of receiving is the place where you can trust yourself. Trust, trust, trust. This has so much to do with trusting your intuition and enjoying receiving insight from your natural intuitive faculties. It's got to feel easy. You cannot force intuition. You cannot force having a mind-blowing shamanic experience through your sight or through your emotions or imageries or symbology. It's very, very receptive. And there's so much magic in integrating your desires and how they're going to happen with your intuition. One day your intuition can say, oh, I have a feeling, I'm seeing, sensing that something's going to happen in this area. So I want to stimulate this area in my life. And then a few days later, oh, you know what? I think I need to call that person. I think this person has some information for me. Or I just remembered a dream that I had. Deja vu. Yeah. Receptivity, baby. It is key. The key to pleasure, the key to your intuition, and the key to magnetizing more wealth and goodness into your life. So, make pleasure a priority. Someone must have that as a bumper sticker. I'm going to look that up on Etsy.